Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty levels for 6th February, Monday. This is the daily chart of Banknifty. We're just waiting for all this budget fiasco to get over, and probably from next week we can have pretty clear chart-based trading. Firstly, on this daily chart of Banknifty, I would want to put on the EMAs. Okay, see the red is 20, blue is 50 in my analysis, and the pink is 200 EMA. And exactly we have bounced from the 200 EMA from past few days. One before the budget, during the budget, and immediately after the budget we got a small gap down, and then we had a bounce, right? So this is a nice high wave candle. This budget high and low definitely will decide the move of the market. I'm talking about this candle. If the low breaks, the Bank Nifty can be more bearish. If this high breaks, we could make a small new higher high in Bank Nifty. Now, since this level has acted as a good support, that is around 39,800, and if you consider the wick, it is about 39,500. We're going to mark this and keep as a very good support, and along with that we will follow the 200 EMA. It's not that the 200 EMA cannot break. Multiple times we have broken and had a nice dip, but as of now it looks like 200 EMA is acting as a good support, right? And the follow-up candle, the bounce, is also having a good volume. So if we continue to trade above 41,500, we could go higher until 42,030 or so. We will see all those levels in our intraday 15-minute chart and mark few levels as well. So I'm going to mark a very good strong support at this area at about 39,500. Maybe we are not going to come back to this zone very easily, but it's always good to have it marked. And then we have this important trend line where we have taken support in the zone almost 1, 2, 3, 4, almost more than 3 times, right? So we'll have this marked, and on the upside we have a good resistance at 42,000. If 42,000 breaks, probably we can come until 42,300 will open up, but this is a very strong resistance zone. Even previously on the budget day we fell from here, and these levels were easily marked in our video and could have been easily identified, especially after all this there was no follow-up for this first green candle and the second red candle. We could have taken a trade, right? Especially when this trend line broke. So the same way, if this trend line breaks on Monday or next week, we could see possible levels of 40,600 and almost around 40,100. And we should also keep a track of this particular trend line that is being formed. In case we go higher, there's a good possibility we might take some resistance around this area, around 41,800. But if we continue to trade with strong candles above 41,500, right, then the next target is 42,030 itself. See, as of now, this is making like a nice, like a rising wedge or a parallel channel type of a channel where we are bouncing within these levels. So in case we break down from this trend line, we could get a nice fall on the downside, and in case we continue to trade above this previous day high, we could get a bounce until 42,000, that is for sure. And we should also be careful at this level, right? When the market comes over here on Monday, there's a good possibility we might reject this level. We almost rejected this level over here, 1, 2, and once again if the market comes here, there's a good chance we might reject it. We can even in such cases mark this type of a zone where multiple times the Bank Nifty has taken rejection. So maybe if we come closer to the zone, one more rejection on the downside is possible. So these are the levels that we will have to watch out for in Bank Nifty. And obviously this level we cannot ignore. There's a very strong resistance. See, as of now, Bank Nifty is in a position where, or the overall market and Nifty is in a position where we cannot have a bias on the upside or we cannot have a bias on the downside. Now, just because the market fell so much we got a small bounce. That doesn't mean that the market cannot fall again, right? The market can fall, the market can even reverse and go higher. All the confirmation we will get if certain levels break. If 42,000 breaks, maybe the market will go higher. If this trend line breaks, there's a good chance we might retest this level of 39,500. So this is our view and the levels that we will use for trading. Obviously, the fall from here to 39,500 is pretty huge, right? It won't probably come in a day, right? If we fall, yeah, maybe we can test this low of 39,500 if this trend line breaks. But before that, we do have certain support, strong support where the market can bounce again. That is 40,600 and 40,100. So these are the levels that we will use for Bank Nifty for Monday. Let's have a look at Nifty. And Nifty is also pretty much doing a similar chart pattern where we are getting a very good support around this area, 17,440, and we have this type of a trend line that we will have to follow. Right, especially this trend line on the downside, and a very good resistance where on this budget day we rejected and fell. That is around 17,940. Now this entire level can act as a good resistance zone. In case we come up higher, we should be careful about this level in Nifty, that is around 17,900 to 17,975. And if this trend line, the blue trend line, breaks, the support on the downside would be closer to 17,500. And then we have 17,440. Again, in Nifty, it's very difficult to take a bias right now because we are within this range, right? We are still within that huge budget candle range. So once that breaks out on the upside or breaks down on the downside, a little more of the direction in the market will be clear. But as of now, we can just trade from a level to level, and these are the levels that we will be using. And if you just see the global market today, the US markets also ended in red, so not giving so much of follow on like previous week. The US markets were in green. So we could expect a pretty flat opening. Flat opening meaning we might not get a gap up or a gap down. We might open flat. So there's a good chance an intraday trade will work. Anytime when the market opens flat, right? Flat meaning just few points gap up or gap down from the previous day close. You can do some back testing. There will be some nice intraday move where we can take some good trades. So that's it for Monday, and hope we can trade